We are in a period marked by intense emotions. Anger, sadness, and envy permeate everyday life, leaving people irritated and furious for long periods, often without understanding the reason. It's an era where minor setbacks have the power to ruin someone's day, bringing them to tears. However, there's a type of person seemingly immune to all this, someone everyone wishes to be. This individual remains unfazed, maintaining serenity even in the face of the greatest joys or the most devastating tragedies. It's someone everyone wants to have around. Regardless of what this person is feeling, they move forward and achieve what they desire. This person is a Stoic. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy originating in Greece, finding inner peace by accepting what cannot be changed and directing energies towards actions. Thus, a Stoic isn't affected by the world around them, but rather influences the world. Here, the goal is to understand the mindset of a Stoic, focusing on accepting what cannot be changed and directing efforts toward what can be controlled. It's about learning to be less impacted by the external world and becoming someone who positively impacts the world around them. It's a journey of self-discovery and personal growth to achieve a resilient and powerful mindset, capable of dealing with life's ups and downs in a more balanced and serene manner. For this, I recommend following some steps. First, there's no past, there's no future, only the present. What happened yesterday cannot be changed, and tomorrow is shaped by what we do now. Simply desiring something isn't enough if our actions aren't aligned with that desire. If you long for health and vigor but don't exercise and indulge in excess, these present choices will determine your physical and mental state. The crux lies in the power of now. This is where our decisions, our actions reside, and it's this temporal frame that directly influences who we become. The wish for a better life doesn't materialize without present action. It's through small daily habits built in the present that significant transformations are achieved. What is sown today is reaped in the future. It's vital to understand that change happens in this moment, in our actions, in choosing what's healthy or detrimental. There are no shortcuts or magic secrets, only the consistency of present actions shaping the path ahead. It's an invitation to live consciously, embracing the present as a starting point to reach the desired future. Second, you need to realize that negative feelings can be used for good. Amidst the negative feelings that often overwhelm us, there's a hidden opportunity. Anger, sadness, and disillusionment can serve as fuel for overcoming. These feelings have the power to awaken an inner strength, propelling us to wake up earlier, work harder, train more dedicatedly, and be more productive than we ever imagined. Interestingly, feelings considered negative can anchor us in achieving various goals. It's as if the latent energy of these emotions acts as a catalyst for our determination. A true Stoic doesn't allow their feelings to control their actions. This discipline, as highlighted by a marathon runner, is the essence of freedom in life. It's the mastery over oneself that makes us free, capable of acting despite momentary moods. Therefore, the key is to recognize the usefulness of these feelings without allowing them to steer our actions. It's the discipline that allows us to be masters of our destinies, turning negative emotions into fuel for our journey towards success. Third, accept what you cannot control. If something completely slips from our hands, wasting energy being upset or frustrated becomes unnecessary. The key is to channel our energy wisely. For example, if a flight is cancelled, harboring anger will never change the situation's outcome. The core of Stoicism isn't the absence of emotions, but rather the ability to manage them. Accepting what cannot be changed is a form of personal liberation. It's understanding that, faced with certain events, the only sensible attitude is to adapt and move forward. It's an invitation to direct emotional energy where it can be more useful, rather than squandering it on situations we have no control over. In this context, it's not about suppressing feelings, but understanding the true nature of control. It's learning to discern where to direct our efforts and emotions, finding balance between acceptance and action. Stoicism invites us to look beyond fleeting frustrations and focus on what's within our reach to change. It's in this wisdom of discerning what we can change and what we must accept that true emotional freedom resides. Fourth, the most essential part in developing the strong mind of a Stoic is taking responsibility. We aren't always responsible for what happens to us, but in life, we are responsible for solving problems we didn't create. Although we're not the cause of unfavorable circumstances, we're the only ones capable of facing and overcoming them. Taking responsibility doesn't mean bearing the burden of what wasn't done by us, but recognizing that we're the protagonists of our own story. It's taking the first step towards the solution, even in the face of the most challenging situations. It's understanding that by helping ourselves, we open doors for others to lend a hand too. The metaphor of a broken-down car on the road vividly illustrates this concept. If we limit ourselves to passively waiting for help, it's unlikely that anyone will stop. However, by demonstrating initiative in resolving our own predicament, others tend to join us to offer assistance. Help often appears when we are willing to help ourselves. The simple act of seeking knowledge, such as watching videos like this, indicates that you're seeking self-help. It's the first step towards taking responsibility for your own life, recognizing that even in the face of adversities, we're capable of steering our own journey. Fifth, practice. No other individual can do the hard work for you. The secret lies in the consistency of daily actions. Understanding ideas isn't enough. It's essential to internalize them and make them an intrinsic part of your daily life. Practice solidifies the learned concepts, turning them into ingrained habits. It's a daily commitment to oneself, a commitment to change and personal development. Control over your emotions, acceptance of what cannot be changed, and taking responsibility demand continuous effort. Constant practice molds mentality and behavior, gradually transforming them over time. The real challenge isn't just in theoretical understanding, but in the practical implementation of these teachings in your daily life. Therefore, the invitation is to act. It's making the daily decision to practice Stoicism, to apply these principles in your life, advancing one step at a time towards building a more resilient and balanced mind.